So this week, my talk is going to be kind of all-encompassing of how can you get started with a new healthy fit lifestyle. So I kind of want to give you the basics of where I started, how you can get started, and what are some easy things that you can start doing today. So the first thing that I can absolutely recommend that you do, this is super, super important. You have to decide that it doesn't matter if you suck. You have to do it. So if you went to your first, let's say, Zumba class, for instance, and you were just terrible, but you enjoyed yourself and you sweat, but you felt like, wow, I really suck at that. It doesn't matter. We all started as a beginner. I can give you a little example from myself. When I first started, I literally couldn't do a single push-up. I couldn't even do modified, like girl style push-ups on my knees. So I had to start by using the incline of a chair or on the back of a couch or even against the wall, taking a few steps back. And now I'm beating myself up over not being able to do super explosive clap push-ups. And so we all started as a beginner, and you really have to allow yourself to be a beginner, because if you don't, if you just, the second you try something and you go, oh, well, I suck at that, you won't improve. If you don't give yourself the opportunity to improve with practice, then you won't. So that's something that I really want you to focus on, is not worrying about being perfect. Just worry about being better every day than you were the last. So if you went on a run and you were only able to get about a mile and it took you 20 minutes, then see if you can do that mile again and shave a little bit of time off of your total amount of time that it took you. Each time, try to push yourself to do a little bit more, because if you improve athletically, your aesthetics will follow. So by pushing yourself, by challenging yourself in workouts, your body will follow. And I think it's so much more fun to focus on athletic progress than it is focusing on aesthetic progress. I mean, if you look in the mirror every single day and check for abs, after a day of clean eating and working out, you're going to get really discouraged. It does take time to see major progress. So instead of focusing on that, focus on seeing if you can hold that plank a little bit longer than you have ever before, or see if you can do your HIIT workout faster than you ever have. Try to push yourself each day a little bit harder than you did the last. Because if you get comfortable in your workouts and it starts to become easy, try to revisit that very first workout that you got and try to push yourself to get back to that. And that might mean increasing your weight or increasing the intensity of your workout. Just push to have that hardcore ass kicking at each workout, and your body will change. So what should I purchase to make a home gym? This is a question I get asked often. I lost all of my weight from home. I still to this day don't have a gym pass, and I use very minimal equipment. So first things first, I think it's very important to invest in a yoga mat. A yoga mat can make pretty much any floor surface that you have, whether you have carpet or hardwood floor or tile, it can make it a workout surface. So investing in a yoga mat, they can go from anywhere from $8 on clearance at like big clearance stores, or they can go all the way up to $35 or $40 for a designer mat. I'm sure that there's more expensive mats out there, but I don't find that necessary. I use like the one I get at TJ Maxx in the clearance bin for $9. Another great, very versatile workout item that you can get is a set of dumbbells. So I often get asked, what size weight should I start with? That kind of depends on your workout level. So I say pick a weight that feels heavy in your hands, but that you can still complete your reps. But once you get to 8 to 12 reps, those last few reps should feel hard. So this, like little pink guy, this is too light for most people. So I want you to shoot for something heavier. Let's say more like 10 pounds, and maybe plus, maybe up to 15 or 20, depending on your strength. So this is trash. So let's just throw that away, and let's get something heavier that's actually going to give us some resistance. So this, if it feels extremely heavy and you're like, I can't even do a curl with this, you can start simply by just using one, and then when you work up your strength, then you can go to using one on one arm. So pick something that feels heavy. You'll later thank me for it, so you're not investing in having to buy new weights. Another great item to purchase, especially if you travel for work, is resistance bands. So resistance bands are very versatile. You can use them for lots of different workouts, and they're light to pack. So you can throw them in your carry-on when you're traveling, and then you can use them for all different types of workouts. And I also think that yoga ball is also a very good piece of workout equipment, and you can get them pretty inexpensively. So when you first start working out, some people have trouble figuring out what to start with. So it could be as simple as just starting with a walk around the block that day. So if there's no need, if you decide, I want to make a big change, I'm ready to make this lifestyle change and I want to start working out, but people kind of go, okay, now what? And you lose that initial spark. Kindle that spark immediately by starting right that second. So if you're feeling that little bit of motivation, put on your workout clothes, put on your workout shoes, and start with a simple walk around the block. And start just adding more and more in. So then maybe that walk around the block will lead to you coming home and practicing some push-ups, or doing a plank, or doing some squats. Don't discount those little tiny things that you can do to jumpstart a whole new lifestyle. Because in reality, if you weren't up and doing that walk and doing that little bit of workout, you'd probably just be sitting on your butt watching the Keeping Up with the Kardashians reruns, and you're better off doing this little workout. So don't discount all of the little things that you can do.